You're listening to the ESO Network, your station for all things geek.
The following podcast is scheduled for one fall. Coming in at 195 pounds from Studio A, he is the reigning, defending, undisputed host of the Ring of Thunder, Sexy Thor!
Wait, are we actually recording right now?
Yeah, it's still fucking.
Oh, shit.
It's been recording for like 3 minutes now.
Well, hello. I'm still not editing any of this. Well, hello, Thunderverse out there, Ring of Thunder fans. We're giving to you something a little bit different out there because it's my birthday, and also I didn't prepare an outline for Ring of Thunder anyway.
It's that fucking 951 number again.
Bro, fuck them.
I'm sorry, continue. That's right, this is how it's like, everybody.
All right. So, yeah. It's my birthday. I didn't prepare an outline anyway.
It's your birthday and you'll fucking podcast if you want to.
Exactly.
Podcast too if you were fucking ballers like Sexy Thor here.
Exactly. So, yeah, that's a good replacement for the song lyrics.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
So, yeah, we're podcasting out here in Studio D. Safely, of course.
Yeah, we're outside on the veranda. You're the Golden Girls. They kept saying,
yeah.
Not the patio, not the porch. She's Rose is out on the veranda.
Yeah, we're already rich enough like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've already had a Modelo, almost the whole Corona, and also about 3 shots of Teremana, which is made by Dwayne The Rock Johnson. So there's your wrestling reference, everybody. Good night, everybody. Poo-poo. But here, we're... 2020 was a fucking year. 2021, after a certain day, has been more all right. A certain day in January. We don't need to get any more specifics. And so, we're just, taking it back now. What do the kids call it? Riding it back? Moving it back? Something along the lines. You know what we're talking about.
Can I give you some shit right now?
Sure.
All right. Remember how earlier I was bitching about all these people bitching about LeBron's age?
Yeah.
Like, fucking, yeah, we know he's, 37?
Yeah.
So, it's fine. It's fine. I don't know. I was going to say, 2020 sucked, man. I know.
2020 sucked. Get over it.
2021 was going to suck.
No.
I didn't look.
I feel like thanks for calling me out on, harping on 2020.
It's because I love you. Because
I know.
Your real friends.
And
your real friends will be dicks to you. See, I don't get that either. Fuck.
I know. That's just stupid. Your real friends are supposed to give you those dope-ass happy birthday posts like you did.
I mean, it was pretty fucking sick, huh?
Right?
I've been thinking about it for like a week.
I mean, if I was in the QT parking lot, I'd probably be shedding waterworks or something.
Yeah, I
don't cry at QTs. Just like, when trolls come to me at QTs and they're just like, minstrels will sing songs about you. Did you not read my comment to your fucking birthday post?
No, you fucking... I put it out there. I took a shower, and now here you are. Yeah. I mean, hey, everybody, this show brought to you by Facebook. We're going to sit here and look at our Facebook right now. Let's talk about our Facebook, dude. Pull it out. What's going on your Facebook right now?
Probably nothing right now. I mean, I don't know. We'll see who's wished me happy birthday at the latest time.
So anyway, I dropped a dope-ass... everybody, what's the date today? Today's the 1st. Everybody has until
I would hope so.
On Saturday, the 6th?
1st.
No. This coming Saturday.
Oh no, fuck them. They're getting the 1st as the deadline. I'm being super tight about this.
Oh damn! Like you actually put your show out when you say you're gonna.
Yeah.
Weird.
I know, foreign concept, right?
I guess, man. Yeah. Fucking. It's all clicks and like some kind of hand language. Yeah.
See, this is the kind of episode you're getting, ladies and gentlemen, Thunderverse, because this is us running it back, which is the correct term. That was the term I was trying to get 10 minutes ago. Yeah, we're running it back because, see, It used to be starting Thunder Talk. And it's gotten so much better now. You know, Dan and I just sitting across from each other at Studio D. We got fucked up, and we were just podcasting. And, of course, the gaps in that turned into your Weekly Thunder, which turned into WTLK, which turned into Ring of Thunder. So, what we're both saying is, you're welcome.
Oh, yeah.
Which is also a Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson song from the hit 2016 film Moana.
Be hitting those minimals, bro. It's a wrestling show. You talked about a wrestler.
And I think we've just mentioned The Rock twice because I mentioned Teremana earlier, right?
No, if the sponsors come at you about this, I'd definitely give them some pushback, definitely.
Yeah. I mean, Teremana is fucking good anyway. But just the fact that
is good. That's
The
good.
Rock
That's
brought
good
this
stuff.
to life is just amazing.
Okay. Like, whenever I'm taking shots of top shelf or underneath the sink next to your Windex, I'm always chasing it with a Coke Zero. That's just real. And if I'm out and about, I'll probably ask for a water as well. And I don't give a fuck. I don't care who's like, I have an opinion about that. But then if, like, The Rock is like, and it's his tequila, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I would think The Rock would want you to hydrate and continue to...
He'd be cool with me drinking. He'd be cool with me drinking water. He would. He'd be cool
Yeah.
with me, he'd be cool with me chasing with water.
Because he would want you feeling good and continuing to watch his movies and whenever he shows up at WWE next.
Yeah.
I'm of course half kidding. I'm sure The Rock is a good enough dude to care about your well-being genuinely and want you to keep on living and living your best rock life.
No, we had a really sweet phone visit, and we're going to split the long distance, but it was really nice. It was really nice.
Yeah, The Rock is an amazing dude. Can't wait to see where y'all take that from there.
You get the impression that he wants you to succeed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, his dick is big enough. Like, he doesn't need you. You have no power over him. You know, The Rock's going to be The Rock, and that's just it. You can't harm him, so why doesn't he root for you?
Yeah.
You know?
And I feel like even though he's technically a heel now, like, Roman Reigns also wants the best for you as well.
Yeah. Hey, everybody, you all heard Thunder Talk. We only number them sometimes. I only number them occasionally. It was 30. It was.
I make sure I number them.
And I didn't number that one either. That was how to Thunder talk to your friends about wrestling, and we talked about Roman Reigns. Yeah. And right before, where I decided the mic drop was because if you're Thunder faithful, if you're also over here at Ring of Thunder. Supporting the God of Thunder, then I think I owe you a little more than I think I allowed to be given on Thunder Talk. Yeah. I mic dropped that episode with you. We were having fun, man. You and I we were rolling around, just fucking in our giggles, and you mentioned something about Roman Reigns.
Oh, yeah.
And the man was like, fuck that guy. And I heard that in the editing. I was just like, I don't see any of us. I don't think any of us said anything better than that. In the other 7 or 8 minutes that came afterwards. I think that's.
You thought he was going to say, oof, I can't allow any slander against my guy's guy.
Hey, that was
just I'll allow all the slander because it's entertaining radio.
Okay,
and, I'm okay with that because that. Even though hate on Roman Reigns is so 2016.
Yeah. Okay, so just because this guy's turning 30 doesn't mean I'm not still 42. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. I may be getting
fired.
older, but I'm still the 28-year-old
No, you're
Roman
still-
Reigns Mark asshole.
It's that fucking kid that's like,
That all regular wrestling fans love to hate.
it's like, Dan, you're as cool as I allow you to be. And most of the time, I want you to be. Okay? I really fucking do. But
I want you to be cool. Otherwise, then I might as well going back to working 2 retail jobs and sitting at the same bar for 5 years.
yeah, I mean, we're all just a bunch of workaday jackals trying to get home. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's why I almost never ask for the manager unless you deliver my pizza without a fucking mask on. And then I'm gonna have a. Anyway, that's.
I mean, just so you know, that's not getting edited. Like, unless you edit it yourself and send it to me at 11 p.m. once Raw ends. And once Raw ends,
Are you challenging me? Ooh, let's put out. It'll be like User Illusion Part 1 and no, wouldn't be.
Oh
like,
my God!
It wouldn't be like that.
Oh.
It wouldn't be like that. It'd be like
load and reload, load and reload.
Oh, see, okay, yeah. See, I mean, Justice for All was their last album, as far as I'm concerned. But then again,
Fair. I don't know. That last one
guy.
that also came out in 2016, coincidentally, was also pretty good.
I mean, yeah. I mean,
And Death Magnetic was
I
good.
trust you.
But that was like
I want you to know that
2008.
I trust you, okay? Like, you're saying some shit that I'm
2008
giving you a look
WWE was about as
but
new metal and radio rock as it's been for the last 12 years anyways.
why did I just use the thinnest of ends to once again say, well, I was a Metallica fan back when that fucking meant something. Back when they were opening for Ozzy on the Master of Puppets tour. Back when One was the only video they had. And you had to watch Headbangers Ball to see it. Why did I
Back
do
when
that?
One is the loneliest number that you'll ever do.
Oh, yeah. See, I was thinking there is the Beatles album, Let It Be, which came out after they broke up. And I don't know the whole story. John got his hands or they all had their hands on it, I guess. But he took a bunch of their songs that hadn't been published and gave them to Phil Spector, who died in jail for killing his wife not too long ago. And maybe that leads back to Metallica, like, hey man, just maybe get out, maybe on a high note. I don't know.
So that's a cool wrestling story.
Oh yeah, that's some dark territory. Hey,
So what do you remember about?
You're not Beth and Kavika. Beth and Kavika can have the power to keep me from going off and saying shit like this.
Hey, and a little WTLK interjection in this episode.
I mean,
San Diego Comic-Con 2021 in-person event canceled. New Comic-Con at home scheduled.
Yeah, well, that makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Yeah. Yeah. I was thinking there's Let It Be and Let It Be Naked, where decades later the other Beatles said they Phil Spectored the album and released
Are you literally fucking talking about the Beatles?
Yeah.
Comic-Con 2021 is changed, and you're talking about the Beatles again.
Yeah, fuck.
But speaking of the Beatles, I don't know about that because after the Dusty Classic ended a couple weeks ago, the grizzled young veterans haven't really been on TV, so man, that's a bummer. See, we talk about the grizzled young veterans on Ring of Thunder. They're a tag team. They were in NXT UK for the longest time. They were the first ever NXT UK tag team champions, and then they moved to NXT about this time last year.
Wait, did I know that, though? I remember some NXT and you telling me about some tag team that meant something a while ago.
I don't know, but yeah, these guys, they're originally from England, Liverpool to be in fact, because it's James Strachan, Liverpool's number one, Zach Gibson, soon to be recognized as the world's number one.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I think they have I think Zach Gibson has a move he doesn't do that often called Ticket to Ride, like the Beatles song.
Oh, shit, okay.
And then him and James Strake, his tag team partner, have a move that they do together, their ultimate finisher called Ticket to Mayhem.
Okay, got it. So, like, either... Okay, it all ties into wrestling. Like, no matter... It's like 6 degrees of Macho Man Randy Savage, right? No matter what, it all ties back into wrestling. Or remember that scene in Age of Ultron in the beginning when they're all partying and hanging out?
Yep.
Which was cool, by the way. Like, I could have taken a whole movie of that. Adam and I had to talk about that, by the way. We would take like a 2-hour, 40-minute Avengers film of them just pissing around the Avengers house.
Yeah.
Getting Avengers pissy with each other. And then it's Civil War all over again with like even fewer consequences. Yeah, when Rhodey's sitting there going, And, then I dropped the tank on El Presidente's fucking front lawn and was like, boom. And Iron Man and
Looking for this?
Iron Man and Thor just like waiting for the rest of the story. And then Thor's like, oh, no, that was, for War Machine story, that's a good one. And he's like, what did he say, solid save? Like quality save?
Yeah, I think it's
like
quality save or
I
something.
appreciate you like being having some grace and bailing me out.
Yeah.
Yeah, either you're doing that to me right now. So these two young bucks are from Liverpool,
Yeah.
and they're with NXT now.
Yeah.
They
They
were
were
with-
with NXT UK, and they were the first NXT UK
Isn't
tag team
NXT
champions.
affiliated with WWE in some way?
Yeah,
like NXT
that was their
UK?
developmental program, but
Right.
since like 2000, roughly 19, maybe a little bit earlier, they were pretty much considered to be like their own brand, like the third main brand next to Raw and SmackDown.
But we're on SmackDown about Oh, okay. So NXT is a WWE. It falls under. It's still under the WWE umbrella.
Yeah, that was created by.
We're not talking like
The
WCW
brand was
thing
created
here.
by Triple H, so you don't get more WWE
Oh
than
well,
that.
yeah. Hey, have you been talking about that Stone Cold Steve Austin physical challenge TV show? Have you seen that?
Oh, you're talking about a straight up Steve Austin?
Maybe it's on Country TV.
Oh no, that's another show because straight up Steve Austin is the one that's currently running on USA after Raw.
Okay.
But yeah, that was a few years ago. But why don't you tell the Thunderverse and the good Ring of Thunder listeners that are strangely exclusive from the Thunderverse about the CMT Steve Austin show?
Okay. Well, yeah. Hopefully this won't get weird and awkward since I'm just going to freestyle it. I'm just going to hijack right now. All right, so check this out. It's Stone Cold, and he's out in... It's been decorated to look like the Texas desert, like West Texas, I suppose. It could be the Jacinto Valley, and that's what we call it. There's Hemet, and then there's San Jacinto, and then there's the unincorporated part that's called Val Vista. That's otherwise Riverside County. And anyway, they're out in like desert hills, like chaparral is what they would call it, but chaparral and say heading into May, like solidly into May. Like this is a healthy low scrub brush environment. You're going to get a lot more green than you get like in the surrounding areas that fall under more parched definitions of desert. It looked like it could have been the Saboba Reservation, actually. Shout out to the Kuya Nation. Yeah, and he's so positive. It's like one of those, we have to flip a big monster truck tire and then flip it again and then flip it again, and it's a race to see who can flip this monster truck tire. I don't know, 30 feet, 100 feet. It's TV. I don't have measuring tape, and he's really positive. Like he's not like, come on, fucking do it, make it happen. There are competitions where one of them wrestles another one, and by wrestling I don't mean like what Steve Austin would do. I mean, but not necessarily like regulated and scored Greco-Roman wrestling either. It's it's two people grappling. It's like a. I mean, couldn't wrestling also be called grappling? Look, Adam had to get up and step away from the mic. That's fine. It happens to all of us. It happens to the best of us. The guy's 30. It's all downhill from here. I mean, they say after like 22 to 25, your body's already in a state of like retrograde. So, yeah, he's like super positive. Where the people's like, come on, you can do it. You can do it. You can do this. Come on, let me see it. Let me see your heart. Let me see your heart. And at the end, he'd be like, man, y'all just blew my mind. Y'all just inspired me. Vicky, you got to go. Ted, you're out. I'm sorry, man. You're a great guy. You're a good dude. I don't know if that's like, I can hear him in my head, but I'm nowhere close to doing my Macho Man is pretty respectable in private. which that's like a tree falling in the woods kind of thing. Every once in a while, I can do a badass wharf. Like, I just whip it out, like, perhaps today is a good day to die. That was like maybe 73. If the East German judges no longer exist because there's no longer an East Germany, then maybe I would shot like a bronze if somebody like breaks a tooth while doing their wharf impression. And he pushes them on. He's like, hey, you can do this. You can complete this challenge. It's like I don't even know what they're playing for. Money? Probably money. If it's in America, it's for money. You ever see the Ninja Warrior from Japan? The original one? They were never playing. They never talked about a prize at all. It was all about the honor. Being able... I mean, at the same time, there was that... what was his name? He was a fishing boat captain. He won it twice. He conquered Mount Midoriyama twice. And his company put his face on their shrimp. I think they sold shrimp. Like packaged like fish. Like fish bits. Like fake crab. Sexy Thor is back now. He's just enjoying his beer and staring at me.
Snitch.
Oh, fuck. I thought I would be a senator maybe someday, but I think after all this...
So you can only, filibuster for 4 minutes?
I ain't trying to be Bernie here, dude.
I mean, whatever. This is probably going to be, the most exciting episode of Ring of Thunder yet, so...
Oh, don't sell yourself short, dude. Don't sell yourself short like that. Let's,
Oh, no, it's just the most exciting for me so far.
ooh. Yeah, no, I meant, yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I
mean, how are you
sitting in my room sober?
Yeah. I would ask you. I mean, now that it's Numbers Day, I would ask you, but we're
Numbers
recording.
Day?
Yeah.
Is that challenge day both numbers?
Today is the day of days, everybody. This man is 30 years old. 30 years old. I remember my 30th birthday, actually. I mean, I don't know why I wouldn't. Hey, Mark was telling me about his 30th birthday the other day because we were talking about your 30th birthday. Yeah,
oh, shit.
And your turning 30 has made a lot of people reflect on turning 30. Yeah, straight up.
Right on.
But
I love to make people self-reflect.
Hey, man, it's a give and take because now people that you roll with that are within your gravity are going to be like, you're 30? People come and people go. Well, the people that are going to start, will be coming no matter what, will be coming while you're making them go, you're 30? Yeah. It's going to happen.
Right on.
Yeah.
I don't feel any different.
No, it's because it's all arbitrary. I suppose.
In fact, I feel more like I was 20 right now, as we're sitting here across from each other. I feel more like I'm 28 than I was when I was 29.
I'm having a hard time looking at you in the face right now, man. I'm having a hard time making eye contact. Eye contact is a thing that I haven't. You've been out in the world still. I've been if I could smoke, by the way, while podcasting, we're outside right now, and it's a little miserable, but not too miserable. If I could smoke while podcasting, I'd fucking live stream 24/7. There wouldn't be another late episode of Thunder Talk ever. I'd fall asleep on the mic. If you were a casual viewer, a listener, and you popped in maybe for a half hour a day, you would see a growing pile of jars with suspiciously yellow fluid in them.
So, Dan, tell me what you remember about Extreme Rules 2019.
We were Dave and Buster's.
Bleep and bleepers.
Oh shit!
I mean, I don't care.
I haven't hit my mic. Buster's. No, you're see, you're editing this one, dude.
Fuck that.
We were getting drinks and we brought the stereo mic out, and it was the first time we ever took it for a real spin, because otherwise we had the microphone plugged in. You know what I mean? Whenever I took the the N5 out, because you and I both have portable units. The first time we took it out, there was a Japanese, like, half robot warrior from the future. There was a Satanist.
Oh, yeah,
Like straight
Aleister
up,
Black.
Like Levian Satanist.
Yeah.
Okay.
Put Aleister Black back on TV, please.
Yeah, come on, guys. I mean, talk about a world where, like, Satanists are like, no, that's bigotry. That's intolerance. I'm going to say it right now. Yeah, bring that guy back. Brock Lesnar shows up because he won something called
Money in the Bank.
Money in the Bank, and he showed up with a briefcase, right?
Yeah.
cashed
This
that-
was after, to give the Ring of Thunderverse some context, this was after Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch beat Lacey Evans and Baron Corbin for the whole winner-take-all with the Universal Championship and the Raw Women's Championship.
That's right. That was a good-ass match. All of them were.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
It's a shame Lacey Evans got mixed up in a Ric Flair pregnancy thing, like
When
not
you
even
say
a year
that shit,
later.
you mean Ric Flair, the guy that looked old and back when he was young.
Yeah, Mr. Woo!
He's still fucking out there, like... Becky Lynch, is that who you said? Who did he...
Lacey Evans.
Lacey Evans.
Yeah, she was the blonde with the whole Southern Belle
I'm
gimmick
guessing
thing.
she's not 70. I'm just gonna...
No, she's
I'm
like
gonna roll
maybe,
the dice on that.
maybe if even a few years older than I am.
Okay. Yeah, so Ric Flair is out there really fucking living it like Ric Flair.
At least as Vince is directing him.
Hey, man, fucking...
And the thing
we
was,
could all be so lucky as to have a...
It started out with the first like 2 or 3 weeks. It was being heavily implied that Ric Flair and Lacey Evans were fucking, and then they were pivoting to where it was just like Ric Flair is just tired of people being like, "Oh yeah, Charlotte's that much better than you in your prime." Charlotte, his daughter, who's like fucking.
Wait, Ric Flair saying that to the woman that's probably around his daughter's age?
No, people are saying that to Ric Flair that his daughter's even better than him.
Oh, better than him?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I mean, see, that's sport, though. I mean, that's real. It's always a progression, So
Yeah, but
someone's gonna be
the Nature Boy's got that big ass ego and all that, and
yeah, it's ruffling his feathers.
Can't deal in a healthy way, so he starts training this. And so the story is that I think they were pivoting off of from the original point that Rick and Lacey were fucking. That
Right.
that Rick was just training Lacey, a young superstar that he saw with potential to be a future world champion.
What about
to be like the next big thing and all that, which is, of course, Brock Lesnar's tagline. They never used next big thing, but I'm using next big thing.
Yeah, hey, I mean,
because that's pretty much the point they were getting across. And so they were pivoting off they were fucking to he's just training her because he's tired of people talking up Charlotte over him so much, and he's training another blonde to be the next world champion that he sees potential in. And then
that's dick.
And then
a dick move.
Yeah. Well, the Nature Boy is like the best heel in the business. There you go.
Oh,
even against his own daughter. Go figure.
God damn.
Who goes like face heel more than Big Show does. And
I remember Big Show.
Yeah. He goes face heel a lot, like at the drop of a hat.
Yeah.
But yeah. And then a couple weeks ago, Charlotte was in a tag match against Lacey. It was Charlotte and Asuka versus Lacey and her tag team partner, still allegedly, Peyton Royce. And then, Lacey was avoiding getting tagged in. And then once Lacey finally got tagged in against her will, she just hopped down from the apron and she was just like, "No, Charlotte, actually, I'm pregnant."
Oh, fuck. Oh,
Yeah.
damn.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
And then Ric Flair was just all around her like, "Woo! Woo! Come to daddy! Woo!"
Oh my God. That's amazing. That's
Yeah.
shit.
And turns out Lacey Evans is genuinely pregnant with her actual husband.
Right.
Who has been seen on TV, because about a little over a year ago, Lacey was in a babyface phase, which she used to, with her actually, committed mother and former U.S. Marine status that helped build up her babyface persona, which was actually pretty good. And then last summer, she did a heel turn because she lost a karaoke contest to a superstar named Naomi.
I mean, I was going to ask you what babyface means, and then you just
Babyface is good guy. Face turn is when you turn into a good guy, which is usually resulted in when you go away for a long time and then you come out and you rescue another babyface from getting attacked or whatever.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not usually a spontaneous thing where, one Monday you're a heel on Raw and then the next Monday you're a face on SmackDown.
Right.
You usually go away for a while, either because of the booker's choice or because you're injured and all that, and they decide, hey, we can do some good stories with you as a babyface.
Yeah, right.
And same vice versa. Well, heel is a lot easier because you can spontaneously become a heel after being a babyface last Monday.
Okay, that means you're getting punked.
Yeah,
right?
You're a dick,
you're a dick,
or in some cases, you're a real person. Because sometimes heel, because a lot of the times the heels, you're just yeah, I feel that. I mean, especially with fucking Roman Reigns, who was.
I mean, we're all human, right?
Because he was fucking shit on by the fans for years since the Shield split up and he turned babyface around 2014, 2015.
The Shield were bad guys?
The Shield started out as bad guys. They were Triple H's sort of hit squad.
Oh, fuck, okay.
Yeah, and then they broke away from him and became good guys, and they had the whole thing against Evolution, Triple H's faction that he had with Ric Flair, Randy Orton, and Batista. You know Batista.
Oh, yeah.
Dave Batista.
Yeah. Maybe it all has to do with Marvel.
And then the Shield became good guys, and they defeated Evolution, and then Seth Rollins, one of the members of the Shield, who was the Universal Champion when Brock Lesnar cashed in on him.
Oh,
when we were at Bleak and Bleakers,
right.
turned on them, and then he became a good guy again eventually, 3 years later.
Right.
It's the whole thing. And so they turned Roman Reigns into a good guy, and they tried to turn him into a sort of cookie-cutter good guy, not genuine at all, and having him win all the time and all that. Sort of how they did with John Cena, which made the fans turn on him, John Cena, then. And so pretty much they made Roman be a non-genuine good guy for the longest time, and the fans turned against it, and they booed Roman at every turn. And they only warmed up to him slightly back in 2019 when Roman came back in the Ring of Thunder famous event, Rawlanta. When Roman finally came back to the WWE when his leukemia was in remission.
Right.
And then he spent the rest of that year and the early part of 2020, still being the good guy, and people were still behind him for the most part, but it was starting to turn against him again because, eventually they slid back into Roman Reigns fatigue. And then he left. And then they. And then he left around late March 2020, so it's almost a year, when he was going to face Goldberg for the Universal Championship.
Oh, fucking Goldberg.
Yeah, when Goldberg pretty much squashed The Fiend the month beforehand.
He won't go away. Amanda mentioned that. I remember Goldberg.
Yeah.
Goldberg was fighting The Rock.
Yeah, Goldberg fought The Rock at SummerSlam 2002, I believe.
Yeah. And he was solidly in his career. He wasn't the hot new guy on the scene either in 2002.
Yeah.
Right?
And he was still kind of reluctant because he didn't know how WWE would use him as opposed to how WCW used him in the 90s, where it was he was basically murdering everybody.
Right. The WCW, the ABA of professional wrestling. they're the ones that had the red, white, and blue basketball and invented the 3-point shot. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, pretty much after that, Goldberg had a time, and then he left WWE at 2004, I believe, and then he came back to WWE at 2016, and he straight up squashed Brock Lesnar in Survivor Series 2016.
Okay.
And then in February 2017, or March 2017 actually, he squashed Kevin Owens to become Universal Champion the first time.
Right.
And then a month later at WrestleMania 33 in April 2017, Brock Lesnar beat him to become Universal Champion for the next, 5,000 years.
Right.
Until Roman Reigns beat him in August 2018 for SummerSlam.
Right.
And then, of course, 2 months later, Roman had to relinquish the Universal Championship because of his leukemia coming back.
Right.
And so Brock Lesnar just won it right back the next month at a Saudi Arabia show.
Yeah, that was the thing, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. The less said about that, the better. And then...
No, that's a Thunder Talk. That's a Thunder Talk topic right there.
Thunderverse. I mean, you know I get sort of social here and there.
You're definitely... No, hey,
Ring of Thunder.
About this guy, I'm going to cut you off real quick. like I do. This guy right here, when it comes to being woke, this guy is on point. You know it. That's one of the reasons why you listen. In terms of where else are you going to get this kind of stuff? And we have friends, I talked to a friend about wrestling.
Yeah.
They're up on game. This man right here, the Thunderverse came from your Lord of Thunder.
Oh, don't give me too much credit. Fuck. Don't give me too much credit. I just named the flagship show. That's it.
Hey, I mean, names a lot.
Yeah.
No, you're the.
But also, I don't know if you've heard any recent the recent episode of Ring of Thunder before this, but
I do drive-bys. Okay, look, there's some episodes. There are some episodes I listen to the whole episode because you hook me. Because you hook me. I don't listen. When I take the headphones off because I'm on the phone a lot.
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah, you're on the phone.
I got
with
those fucking
important people.
headphones on. Yeah.
Yeah. It's all good. But yeah, I pretty much. Yeah.
I do drive-bys
basically justified the Thunderverse and how it is and how it's always been the previous episode because I talked about how Darby Allin, who is the current TNT champion of AEW.
Because this is a wrestling show, goddammit.
Yeah, he's coming to SC Comic-Con.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw
and
that.
actually, first breaking news on Ring of Thunder, even though it's been on Facebook for the last few days.
Thunderverse
Sammy
exclusive.
Guevara and Jake the Snake Roberts, also of AEW, and of course Jake the Snake, also of WWF. They're also coming to SC Comic-Con. So pretty much we have 3 wrestlers and a Power Ranger so far announced for SC Comic-Con.
Right.
And I said all this was relevant on Ring of Thunder, and I said this on WTLK, the most recent one I did, because, the wrestling presence...
I edit those, man. Wait a minute. I listen to that more than you listen to that. Actually, that's not entirely true. WTLK is kind of the one fire and forget segment that goes into Thunder Talk.
Yeah. But pretty much I've said, the wrestling presence in SC Comic-Con is, growing more and more every year. I mean, shit, the one in 2019, I think it was, they had Sergeant Slaughter.
That's right.
They had Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, which used to be a fan favorite of my mom's back when she watched Territory Wrestling.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And then last year, if last year it happened, Kane would have been there, as in, mayor of Knox County, fucking the devil's favorite child, bread machine person, Kane, the Undertaker's quote-unquote brother.
I was going to say, yeah, right. Dude, I've been up since yesterday. I've been up since Sunday. And I don't mean yesterday. I don't mean yesterday.
As in 8 days ago.
I've been up for 8 days.
Yeah. My brain is still a bit loopy because we were talking on the phone since 4:30 in the morning.
Yeah. So
I woke up at like 10:43 and I was just like, yeah, I can do it.
Yeah, I appreciate that. It's one of the breaks I can take. It's like, hey, if I'm talking to somebody at the Thunderverse, then my not editing and getting this out when I'm supposed to, at least this time, is justified. You know what I mean? Well, it's your fault. I mean, we were talking on that.
But anyways, I was going on about the Universal Championship earlier.
Right.
So Brock Lesnar won it after Roman had to relinquish it. And then Seth Rollins beat Brock Lesnar to take it at WrestleMania 35.
Oh, shit.
Which, if you listen to Ring of Thunder, WrestleMania 35 is always mentioned at least one episode. So I got it in.
Nailed it. No, the sponsors.
Boom. And then, of course,
sponsors can check out now. You can tick that box.
Yeah.
Keep. Hey, Oakley. You know, the sunglasses. Keep paying my man here. Okay.
Yeah. And then Brock Lesnar cashed in Money in the Bank Extreme Rules 2019.
Right.
Beat Seth for it, got it back, and then Seth won it a month later at SummerSlam. And then The Fiend on Halloween day, or night technically in Saudi Arabia in 2019.
Right.
The Fiend won the Universal Championship from him.
Right.
And then Goldberg came in on Super Showdown, the next Saudi Arabia show, and squashed The Fiend that February 2020.
Right.
Which is where all our problems started in 2020.
Oh,
I do declare.
Oh, I do declare.
I do declare. And and took the Universal Championship from him. And then it was going to be Goldberg and Roman Reigns for the Universal Championship. Roman was about to claim the championship that he was never beaten for, technically, by anybody.
Oh,
He had to relinquish
shit.
it. And then he had to pull out like a couple weeks earlier because something happened and he lost confidence in WWE's ability to keep him and his family safe from the global pandemic.
Right.
So he pulled out. Braun Strowman came in
from
North Carolina.
They got fucking sick?
Huh?
They got sick?
No, he didn't get sick. It was just something happened. It's not entirely like confirmed what happened,
Well, I mean-
but something happened that basically made him lose faith in WWE's ability to keep the workplace
I
safe
see what you're
from
saying.
the
Yeah,
pandemic.
yeah. Right.
Yeah, so he pulled out of WrestleMania and getting the Universal Championship back.
Right.
And then Braun Strowman came back Braun Strowman replaced him all of a sudden, and he won it from Goldberg, and he held it until August 2020 when The Fiend beat him for it. And then that was when like a week or so earlier, the WWE moved to the Thunderdome at the Amway Center in Orlando.
Is that when your
Where the
face
Magic
popped up? Is that when your face popped up?
Not at that event particularly, but a Raw like.
Are we getting
a
to that
couple months
event?
later?
Are you going to bring me in on something here? Or do I have to keep being like, I'm
No,
Dan,
I'm basically.
and I'm funny about other shit, but I'm really just masking the fact that I'm really insecure right now and don't know about wrestling so much, okay?
I'm pretty much giving you the Universal Championship history over the last couple of years, leading up.
Well, you don't have to do it in public, man.
Leading
You
up
don't-
to
you-
Roman Reigns
you
being
don't-
a dick.
You don't have to call me out like over the internet.
You're calling yourself out.
Podcast. Yeah, I guess so.
But anyway, that's when The Fiend won the Universal Championship, and then Roman came out of nowhere as a surprise and speared The Fiend and beat him and Braun with a steel chair.
Was it
and
the
then
same kind of way that Brock Lesnar came out in the whole like I got the money? Because
No.
the one guy was like he won, but he was fucking. That guy needed a nap afterwards. Like he was done. It took all he had because he's a goddamn champion. Or I guess the guy who won that match. And then Brock Lesnar, big dick's out there with a briefcase, and is like,
Oh yeah,
kicking him when he's down.
yeah. Seth Rollins, he was the one that was just like fucking gassed, and then Brock Lesnar came out and beat his ass.
Right.
He's the one engaged to Becky Lynch, who used to be in that faction with Roman.
Brock Lesnar's engaged to Becky Lynch.
Seth Rollins.
Seth Rollins is engaged to Becky Lynch. And Becky Lynch is the one with the red hair.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah. So, August 2020, Roman came back, and then turns out WWE had yet another pay-per-view literally a week later.
Oh, shit.
Called Payback. And it was a triple threat between Roman, The Fiend, and Braun Strowman. It was a no-holds-barred match.
Right.
The Fiend and Braun Strowman, like, they had their fight, but Roman wouldn't come out yet because he's displaying his new attitude. Show up and win. That's what my hoodie says. And after The Fiend and Braun Strowman, like, fell down over a superplex, which is where they're pretty much at the top corner, and then one of them, like, suplexes the other back down onto the mat. And the whole fucking ring just collapsed right there.
Oh, shit. Are you serious?
Yeah. That's when Roman's music hit. His special counsel, Paul Heyman, was holding the contract. Roman signed it right in front of our faces.
Oh, shit.
Like, he hadn't signed it since Friday when it was presented to him.
Right.
And then he went in there. He kicked the Fiend in the nuts.
Oh, see?
And then he, like, hit Braun Strowman with a chair a few times, I think, and then speared him, and then pinned him for the 1-2-3, and that's how Roman got his Universal Championship back.
There's a segment on Thunder Talk episode 5, where we talk about that. We talk about the dick kicking. We talk about the dick kicking. We totally had a dick kicking, and it kicked butts, not nuts.
Yeah,
that's where that came from.
Yeah, exactly. And I've
taken
that in Ring of Thunder and carried it ever since.
That's part of our best practices portion of the Thunderverse employee handbook. Is kick butts, not nuts. That's very much that's one of the most important policies. Next to if you have concerns about the way your brand is represented on like Thunder Talk, let's just say, then we can definitely have that conversation. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you think if you think your orbit of the Thunderverse is taking a hit, we'll talk about that. If you're worried about your ego taking a hit, you're on the wrong fucking show. It's right there. It was in the job offer.
But yeah, after Roman came back, he pretty much turned heel and became the tribal chief and head of the table, and made his cousin work for him.
Made his cousin work for him? Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Man,
and so now he's the bad guy he's actually always wanted to be on there.
His cousin?
Well, his cousin, but also Roman. He's always wanted to be the bad guy.
He's always wanted to be the bad guy.
And a lot of wrestling journalists and commentators and all that have pretty much said that this is absolutely Roman's best work and everything he should have done.
Okay. So he plays a good heavy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now he's facing Edge at WrestleMania, who had to retire in 2011 because of a neck injury.
Not to be confused with The Edge, the guitarist from U2.
Exactly.
And it's like
I get them confused all the time.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah, you're not the only one. Awesome. Like, okay, like maybe back in like 1981, like, hey, man, my name is The Edge. Fuck, man, that's cool. I mean, anyway.
But yeah. Edge retired in 2011 because of a neck injury, and then he was eventually cleared to do it. So he returned in the Royal Rumble in 2020.
Right.
He beat Randy Orton at the WrestleMania that took place in basically a fucking warehouse last year at the Performance Center.
Right.
And then they had one more match back at Backlash, the pay-per-view 2 months after WrestleMania, and then he tore his tricep in that match, so he was out for literally the rest of the year. And then he came back to the Royal Rumble this year at number 1, which took place on January 31st. He won it from the number 1 spot, and there's 30 guys in there.
What? Oh, shit.
And
not at once.
Yeah, and then
30 guys in the running, right? Not like 30 guys all crammed into a ring.
Yeah,
I've seen
30 guys periodically coming in.
I've flipped through and seen like 8 motherfuckers going at it in a ring before. That's the thing.
Yeah. Yeah, it's 30 guys periodically coming in.
Okay.
Right. Yeah. So Edge won at the number 1 spot, which is really hard to do.
Right.
And then just a couple of weeks ago, he finally, at the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view, after Roman won, the winner of the Chamber match, who would have become the number 1 contender to beat Roman Reigns, Roman then came out, made that match happen then.
Right.
And then he beat them. And then while he was celebrating, Edge speared him, pointed at the WrestleMania sign. All the fireworks went off and then went poof. And so it's going to be Roman versus Edge for the Universal Championship at WrestleMania this year.
Oh, shit.
Which is going to be the first event to have fans since March.
When's that?
Something. April 10th and 11th.
Okay. Where?
Raymond James Stadium in Tampa.
Okay. Well, hey man, if we get that we get that shot, let's roll down there.
Fuck yeah.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Yeah.
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 Hey, Dan, you got any of that sweet ESO?
Fucking right. Bam.
All right.
What is the Soul Forge podcast? Join Sean and his guests as they talk about sex, geekiness, witchcraft, Star Trek, awkward dates, poetry, life, the universe, and everything else. Interviews have included writers, atheists, a rap star from Australia, a reality TV star, and a sex goddess from San Diego. If you have a story to share or just want to listen to one, check out the Soul Forge podcast. The Soul Forge. Let's find out together.
My name is Mark McCray, and I'm the author of The Best Saturdays of Our Lives.
I'm Dan Klink, co-host of the Best Saturdays of Our Lives podcast.
The Best Saturdays of Our Lives features programming trends from the 1966 television season all the way through the last hurrah of the early digital age of the 1990s.
On the show, if it's animated, we talk about it.
Order your signed copy today at tbsool.com.
And listen to the podcast at esonetwork.com and all podcast platforms.
Hello. Have you ever wondered how much Jerry Siegel and Joe Shuster sold Superman's rights to DC for? Or which popular football star was the Sam Wilson the Falcon's physical appearance based on? You can find all that and more at the History of Comic Books podcast, a podcast dedicated to the creators, events, history, and the companies that made the great comic book medium. Hosted and created by your friendly neighborhood JT Wheatley. Please give it a listen at iTunes, Spreaker, Stitcher, and all our podcasting platforms. Thank you, and go ahead and enjoy yourself a good comic book.
Look, we gotta talk.
Yeah, Thunder Talk.
We're going all kinds of sideways with that sweet nerd junk.
Woke nerd junk.
It's topical.
Political.
Dare I say radical.
We've got all your latest news and reviews.
Hot music.
And a whole lot of comedy.
But it ain't for kids.
Definitely mature content.
So let's talk.
Let's talk Thunder Talk.
Thunder Talk is a proud member of the ESO network.
But anyways.
So wait, so you're saying is the Ring of Thunder is really just Thunder Talk Raw?
I mean, pretty fucking raw because, I mean, what time do I have to actually fucking edit this thing?
Yeah.
I mean, I try to actually, like, fucking make my notes nowadays ever since, because I used to make my notes with Ring of Thunder, like, as the shit was happening, but that was also back when I was unemployed for 5 months.
Hey, man, you know, I'm a stay-at-home parent. Don't fucking... And you're about to say, dude, I wasn't talking about you at all. And I was just like, oh.
So, I mean, spoiler alert, Thunderverse, he pretty much just told you how the rest of this conversation
It's all I
was
got,
gonna go.
man. It's all I got. This is all I have.
I mean, I'm sure the rest of the Thunderverse will be pretty much be entertained by your presence alone. I know I was.
You know what? Check it out. Here's what I'm going to do for you people.
You people.
Be
Ring of Thunder audience.
I apologize. You're right. You're right.
I mean, I'm not trying to check you or absolve you or anything. But
I'm trying. I neither forgive nor. Anyway, you said it better already. Yeah, free T-shirt. Free T-shirt. Be the first to hit up. Be the first to hit me up. One of us up through Thunder Talk channels about this Ring of Thunder, and then. Well, and then the game is afoot, and then you each challenge more difficult and personal than the last. We'll start there, and we'll give you a T-shirt. We will absolutely give you a T-shirt. We're running a contest right now over on Thunder Talk, actually, a T-shirt contest. Go hit up Thunder Talk and find out how to win. Unless you're in fucking Connecticut, Void in Connecticut. Fuck you.
Also, I don't even know how to win. So.
Oh well, yeah. See, you're neither you nor your family are allowed to participate.
Shit.
Otherwise, I'll just go fucking give you a T-shirt like out of my drawer right now. Because
I know. I mean, I probably paid for it anyway.
Oh, I mean, yeah. There's I don't know what that means, but okay.
I don't know. So, Dan, anything else you want to say about wrestling?
I mean, it'd be about Captain Lou Albano probably, and fucking that's nobody gives a shit about that anymore.
All right then. Well,
hey, no, thanks for having me on your show. I wish I was, yeah, we all,
hey, so
yeah.
Shut the fuck up and let me ask you how everyone can find you.
Oh, find me? Well, you found me. You found me
here on Ring of Thunder.
Found me here on Ring of Thunder. I've been hiding out here all along. Yeah, this fucker's just like, look, you're paying rent now, man. You've been living on the Ring's couch for like 4 months. All right. Either you do the dishes or you hop on the mic.
So, I mean, assumedly that means you can find Dan at, Thunder Talk. Whoever the fuck listens to that show.
Yeah, no, we're a modest little.
And also, Best Saturdays of Our Lives with Mark McRae.
That's right.
Our good friend who totally makes that show fuck.
Oh yeah, I just sit around for a half hour and hit record. That's all I do.
Yeah. So I hope.
I don't have a fucking thing to do with that show. Yeah, it doesn't say producer and editor on that as well. No, I don't have shit to do with any of that. Yeah.
So between Ring of Thunder faithful, which I thank all of you from the bottom of my heart. Where's my heart, by the way? I don't know. It's like somewhere between the solar suplex. And between all of you who tuned in because they missed that good old-fashioned Thunder Talk.
That's right.
Which, me too. And I was very glad to get to experience this today. And I hope that resonated with you through the microphone and through your earbuds and through your car speakers and all that.
No refunds.
Yeah. If you wanted to experience old school Thunder Talk again and you were disappointed again, that's on you. 2018 was 2018. This is 2021, baby. We do Thunder things in 2021 the way Thunder things are meant to be done, I guess.
Yeah. What he's saying is Adam loves you, and I love Adam. So, give me a call.
So I absolutely, genuinely hope this was the most amazing episode of Ring of Thunder for you. For those of you that have been sticking around, which I still thank you, because I will continue thanking you and all that. And, maybe once we get things helping us, we'll be doing this more often. I don't want to, constantly invite him to be a guest co-host, because that'll just fucking bring his ego out of control.
Yeah, no, dude, I don't think your guests want that. I don't think that's a good look for your IP. I keep hitting my microphone. I'm not doing it on purpose.
Yeah, because you've already got me doing this podcast drunk, and B got me doing this podcast with Dan. So you're cooking up a whole different thing than what you've usually come to expect. So
what? No, I know you explained it perfectly. I'm just I died like 4 hours ago, and this is all you ate some bad mayonnaise like 2 nights ago, dude. Okay, my funeral was yesterday.
Oh shit! I would have requested off. I would have gone to your funeral and then like laid at home, watched Venture Brothers, and cried myself to sleep.
Oh man, that's so sweet. That's all that's I've been planning my funeral.
Bullshit. I don't cry.
We could either mic drop, or I could tell you like my whole life. I was planning both my wedding and my funeral since I was a little boy.
Ooh. Hey, Thunder Talk, I'm going to give this a whole vote, to which that means I'm going to check my phone while I'm talking and see what the time is to see how much longer I have until I can go pick up my taco.
I want to have a
kit.
cigarette and look at you, so I'm gonna. I just want to hit stop.
Yeah, it's 4:58. Dan, what do we kick?
Butts, not nuts.
Well, I was going to say, what do we kick? Butts. What do we not kick? Nuts. And then we just sign off. So I'm not going to edit any of this.
You didn't get with me on that, okay? I told you. You got to call Tammy in the front office. She'll pencil you in. I'll put on my jazz shoes and we'll hammer some shit out, man. But you got to my unitard's still at the cleaners.
Bro, just shut the shit off so I can sober up and get my tacos.
Happy birthday, buddy.
This has been a broadcast of the ESO Network. Be part of the crew and help support our shows by donating to our ESO Patreon or by shopping at the TeePublic store, which can all be found at www.esonetwork.com. The ESO Network, your station for all things geek.